Hello and welcome to the presentation on how to release your program to the world. So we're gonna start out by opening Visual Studio, and if you don't have Visual Studio, I highly recommend you get it. I'm running the Windows 8.1 operating system, and in that system we can go use the charms by going into the upper right corner and coming down. I'm gonna tap search. I do this very quickly every day, so I'm gonna open Visual Studio. I'm using Visual Studio Community, which is free currently. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to demonstrate how to release a new version. I'm going to open one of my programs. I'm going to assume that you've already created your own program, so I won't. I'm going to check and make sure I've updated everything the way it needs to be updated. Here. Just make sure everything looks right before we actually do an update. It's very important to check every single thing. I've made mistakes, and not if you haven't watched my updater videos, you probably should do that before watching this one and doing it, because I put my own updater in here, and if you don't update this variable, just that one little variable will ruin everything. So okay, so now that we think we're ready, when you think your program is all done, you want to debug it one last time. And of course mine says there's a new version available because the variable on my site is conflicting with that one. So on the site, for example, currently the most up-to-date version is 1.3, but this one is 1.4. But I'll show you how we're going to do this later. Okay, so I'm going to click no. So yeah, this looks all good. Okay, that's it. Now we just close Visual Studio. Now we open, we're going to open File Explorer. We'll go into the Documents folder, down to the Visual Studio 2013 folder, Projects. Of course, my project is called Real Estate, so you just choose whichever one is your project. And we go into Real Estate, so I'll go back here. Real Estate, bin, debug. Then select the realestate.exe file. But of course, this is going to be a different name for you probably. I copy that file, go back into my documents, and I make a folder for that program, and mine is called Real Estate Tracker. So I'm going to put that exe file in there. Also, any other files that you'll need in your program, make sure to put them in here. I want to delete that. Okay. So now we have all our files together. That's good. So now we're going to close that window. Now, I'm going to open Install Creator, and if you don't have Install Creator, you're going to need to get it for this lesson, and it's free. So just search for Install Creator on Google or Bing or whatever. It should come up, and it's free. I'm going to open Install Creator, and so we're going to just click Next. Here you have to select the directory that contains your files, and we just put our files in that directory. I told you to make that new folder for your program in your Documents folder. So we're going to select that folder, and this is your choice. I usually want to include subdirectories. And name your product. And then again, this is optional. I like to do the small. You don't need to worry about any of this. Okay, I'm going to enter some optional, any additional information I want to display. So I'm going to enter that. Let's see, to Windows programs style. Minor bug fixes and improvements. Okay, next. And I enter in my typical license agreement. Okay. And I usually am very careful when specifying my file directory, especially if all you need in there is the exe file and the icon file for the desktop shortcut. Then I wouldn't really worry about where you put your program. But in my case, it's very important to put it in the right place. So when it puts these hash marks here, it's just basically the installer is going to install the program in the default place where the computer installs the files. On XP though, that's not going to be, on Windows 8, the default place is, I'll show you. Default place is program files x86 here. But on XP, there's only program files. So if you need your files to be in a certain folder, you're going to want it to create that folder. So usually I just type out, C:/ program files x86. That's what I need currently. And usually I check to make sure the last version was installed there. So I'm going to open the last version, it's file location. And if I'm moving along a little fast, forgive me, just maybe slow down the video or something. Let's see. Oh, so the previous version is not there. So actually I'm going to change it. So I'm going to actually completely get rid of this. C real estate tracker. Alright. Next. And then you choose the exe file that will create the icon for either on the start screen or menu or on your desktop. And then enter the name of your program. And if you want a desktop shortcut, go ahead and select the icon file. And then if you want the user to be able to view a document showing the latest information concerning the product, you can add that in there, but I don't want to do that. If you want the install program to launch your program after install, you can go ahead and do that and select that exe file. I'll click open. Next, and I want to create an uninstall program. Next. And then you click finish. And then save your install program. I usually save it just inside my documents. By the way, do not, here's a warning, do not install it in this real estate tracker folder that we had created in your documents and holds all your files, because the installer is going to take the files from there and compile them into an installer, and then it'll include the installer in there. So it's kind of confusing, I know, but the installer will be inside the installed program. So it's, yeah, I know that sounds weird, but just don't put it in that folder. You can put it somewhere else if you want. You can make an installers folder if you like. I just put it straight in my documents. So I say real estate tracker setup. And then of course the old version had an installer too, so I'm going to replace that. Okay, so that's done. And if you want to test your own program on your computer, you can. I usually don't save changes to install. But first I recommend you uninstall the old version just to make sure. But normally people wouldn't have to do that. So settings, control panel, and install a program. I got a lot of programs. So okay. Let's see, should be down here. There it is. Uninstall, and then you get to see how the uninstaller works too. It's very simple. Click OK. It's done. It's very quick. Okay, so let's go back to File Explorer, Documents, and go down here to wherever you are storing your setup file. So here's how it works. Next, see, remember we typed in what was new in the new version, change window style, blah blah blah, yeah. And then the license agreement, you can click you agree or you don't agree. Click next. See, remember I specified I wanted it in that location. Next, start, and it's installing. It's already done. Other programs that contain more files will take longer, but that was really quick. So see, you can launch a program if you like. Next, exit, and it's launching my program. And of course it says that because I haven't updated the internet thing. Yep, that's the new version. Okay, so now if you haven't watched the updater videos, I recommend you do it. However, I will show you the basics on how to update your program. So I'm going to go to Drive. Then you want to go into see Real Estate Tracker, Updates. All you really need to do, let's see, we'll take care of the download link in a minute. You need to change the version first of all. It needs to be changed to 1.4. You can just close that. And then what's new? We need to type what's new in here. Here's what's new in this version. Let's see, what did I say was new? Changed window style back to standard Windows programs style. Minor bug fixes and improvements. Okay, and that's that. And you need to get the download link, but before doing that, we need to go back to the Real Estate Tracker file. We need to delete the old uninstaller. I believe this is the uninstaller, if I'm correct. Yeah, I mean installer. Yeah. So just remove that. Then new file upload. And then I'll select my new. I'll take it just real quick. And then select it. Click share. Get shareable link. And then just copy the link. And then here's what you do. So just paste it. Go. Okay. Now, whoops. Now click download. And by default it'll ask me where I want to save it. So I click cancel. Then I select that link and copy it. Okay. And now we're gonna put this link in the download link file. So we're gonna go here and click done there. Gonna go into updates, download link, if you remember that. And now we're just gonna paste the link right in here. So paste. And that's it. So now your program will check for updates. The old version will update. And you can put this link on your site so people can download the your program. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.